one of my goals in this life is to demonstrate for the world, but also to show the world that we need to use all available resources in order to truly create sustainable health. And there's so much information that is not being given because we don't have a platform that's created where all information is being shared, where doctors, shamans, and all healers and all types of people are coming together. People sorry, what's it called? I just skipped my brain. Neuropathy, and people who are doing natural medicines, and people who are Chinese doctors, and all these different people coming together to share their knowledge, and then find the places inside that knowledge where they can combine or conjoin that information to create a different healthcare model. This is the biggest problem we have on our planet, is that our planet is being run by a bunch of greedy people who operate outside of human consciousness for the sake of having more comfort. So they seek comfort and power through money, so they have more comfort. It's a different form of slavery. How do you enslave a species that used to get whipped and have their food taken away and live in worse living conditions? Or be murdered for the fact that they don't agree to your belief system? You can't enslave them because people will now rise up. So what do? You create hierarchy by dividing people in classes, giving them colors and races that don't have anything to do with their heritage, minimizing their ability for health and wellness based on money and power, giving others certain luxuries of positions in life and others not, by creating a deficit between those who are rich and those who are poor, and creating a system of religion, of a God, so that they can be afraid of their own creator by thinking that creator could be jealous with low human emotions, angry with low human emotions, and vengeful with low human emotions. Again, nothing to look forward to if that's what God is. And therefore put that God as a precipice for human development. So human beings will constantly live with the idea that their whole existence of their life or afterlife is threatened by the things that they do and the way they interact. So what do? They take righteous order over others, take indignation over other people, create power structures that support only their ideas of opinions and their ideas of fear, but not supporting the consciousness of understanding, relating, and understanding culture, heritage, respecting people for their individuality, honoring them, and creating an awareness of communication that supports our well-being, supports our mental health, supports our development, supports even just like a perfect thing I want to share with you is how children are developed. Children are not developed in what we call dual polarity, which is what we do in tribal culture. Children are developed in singularity polarity. What does that mean? That means that you're the parent, you say what goes. Children cannot answer you, speak back, or question you. They can't question your evolution. They can't question if you're doing things to love yourself more, to make the home a better place. They have to go along with whatever the environment is and whatever the situation is. This is the first downcline of health. You're subjected into a slave mentality, domestication, the same way you would treat an animal or a dog or a cat. The food I put on the table, eat it, go sit down, go over there, do this. If you do, you get love. If you don't, you don't get love. This type of behavior creates what we call an agitated generation, which means that human beings don't make decisions that are best for them. They make decisions that they think are good for them based on being liked, being loved, being seen, and being valued. That right there is the destruction of humankind, because in a dual adaptation, you're allowed to tell your parents, I feel like you carry a lot of anger, Dad, and it would be really good if you actually maybe looked at it because it's affecting me. So that way it's not just them talking to you, it's a tribal way of looking at things. It's an understanding that if the parents are not developing and growing and looking at their stuff, how can the kids develop properly and grow? So everyone has to be willing to call each other into a space of love and help each other grow by bringing a witness to the places where there's imbalance. We don't do that. We don't do that, and we suffer because of it. So many people do jobs they don't like. They're in relationships they don't like. They're in friendships they don't like. They're doing things against themselves. It's called the biggest self-betrayal. And that betrayal is the number one decline in health and wellness on our planet.